It's all that's left of Gaza City, rubble and tents. Those who live here are barely hanging on, and with Israel's plan to take it over, they could be forced to leave. This is shameful, says Sabrine Naim, who, like so many Gazans, has already been displaced many times. Prime Minister Mark Carney expressed his disapproval.
It is going to put the lives of the hostages at greater risk.
Carney echoed other leaders across the globe. Germany, a major arms supplier to Israel, says it will no longer export military equipment that Israel can use in the Gaza Strip. The EU and the UK urging Israel to reconsider their action. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer called the Israeli escalation wrong, saying it would only bring more bloodshed.
And it's very unclear how this serves Israel's long-term strategic objectives.
Ahead of the decision, Israel's prime minister said it doesn't want to govern Gaza.
We want to hand it over to Arab forces that will govern it properly without threatening us and giving Gazans a good life.
The plan calls for disarming Hamas, returning of all hostages. Israeli officials believe 20 are still alive. The IDF would carry out the operation and deliver aid. The plan has stoked even deeper divisions in Israel, already torn over Netanyahu's handling of the war.
I think it's just a matter of protecting us, from future terrorists infiltration again.
Jerusalem resident Elena Mizrahi says the cabinet decision could put the hostages' lives at risk. Humanitarian Shana Lowe's biggest fear, Netanyahu's plan, could be the final blow to Gaza.
This could be the moment where it all comes to an end, where Palestinian life in Gaza will not be sustainable at all.
Even in Gaza, despite the circumstances, there is the will to stay. Where should we go, says Sabrine Naim. I say let us die where we are. It is better. Israel already controls most of Gaza. Its latest plan would amount to an almost complete takeover of the enclave. Chris Reyes, CBC News, London.
Let's bring in CBC News senior correspondent Susan Ormiston from Jerusalem. Susan, what has actually changed since the cabinet approved Netanyahu's war plan?
Well, Netanyahu's government has set its course. It's drawing Israelis, Palestinians, civilian soldiers further down a war path, trying to convince critics that this war is winnable, even though it hasn't been up till now. And even the first phase, Heather, forcing the evacuation of Gaza City, forcing displacement of 1 million people down south, when they've already moved around a lot, where the basic necessities in encampments in the south can't even provide for the people that are there now. That's not even assured, and that's the first phase.
What's the feeling about all of this among Israelis, Susan?
There was hope earlier in the summer that the complicated pieces of a ceasefire might fall into place and the hostages might be exchanged. But now the hostages' family are accusing the government with this military escalation of signing a death sentence for the remaining hostages. It was a week ago when Hamas released those cruel videos showing weak and emaciated hostages still in captivity, and that really inflamed emotions. And October 7th, 2 years on, is just 8 weeks from now. So there is support to crush Hamas, but a majority of Israelis wanted a negotiated settlement, a deal, and that seems further away than ever.
Thank you, Susan. Susan Ormiston in Jerusalem.